All right. Another week, another Centre Circle podcast. Full house today. Isaac Keat, how's it going, boys?
All good?
Yes,
all
sir.
good.
We've now reached that point in the World Cup. The 15 million group games are done. And it's time for the knockout stages and all the drama that comes with it. I mean, we're not going to go through it all, but there's definitely a few surprises from that group stage. I'm going to jump out there with a couple. Cape Verde, Curacao. I mean, I don't want to downplay it, but it's a great achievement. Do these things, I don't want to overplay, do they mean much? You know, is it going to spur them on? Or is it just, look, enjoy it whilst you're here, bruv? You might not even make it to the next one.
I don't necessarily think it's a case of just enjoy it. Correct me if I'm wrong, they would have got money for participating, right?
Yeah, and there should be prize money.
So I mean, number one, hopefully
funds.
I'm not saying it's life changing and
No,
it's
bro.
all of a sudden they're gonna do Morocco and create a whole
Generation of
talent from something similar to a St. George's Park. But hopefully it's enough to kind of kickstart the next generation, right? And for the kids that are now coming up behind them and watching these players play in the World Cup, do something that they probably never would have thought was possible in a 32-team tournament. I think this, for teams like Curacao, for teams like Uzbekistan, for teams like IT, I think it's more than just, thanks for coming, thanks for being part of the numbers.
Yeah, I agree. I mean,
in the long term, there's definitely something there.
To your point about prize money, if you finish between 33rd and 48th place, you get $10 million.
Well, there you go.
17th to 32nd place, $12 million. 9th to 16th place, $16 million. 5th to 8th place, $20 million. 4th place, $28 million. 3rd place, $30 million. Runners up, 34. Winners, $51 million.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
So maybe it is a St. James's Park coming to
Yeah.
Curacao.
Yeah, of course.
That round of 32 money for them is life changing for that federation.
Yeah.
100%. That's
Like,
$12 million.
Yeah.
That's not a joke. So fair play. I mean, if it's used correctly, then it can.
Well, then there's that. Yeah.
Hopefully the players have got whatever level of bonus. But again, and obviously it's different. It means different things in different places. But I love when you see those small countries. They come. They set out their stall, and then around the 32, they're there a bit longer than they thought they might be. And then some people have got home. Scotland. Everyone's shouting like they're surprised. I'm not surprised.
Yeah, neither am I.
Like, it's a bigger World Cup, so as you were saying before, the bar's a bit lower.
Yeah.
But I'm not surprised they got home.
The bar is lower considering there are more teams, more opportunities to go through. I'm not surprised with Scotland going home. The only real fixture they had where you would have expected something was the IT game and them beating them 1-0.
Yeah, first game
That is
of the World Cup, you think, go out there and not like
set
smash
your stall
them,
out, innit?
but at least get like a 2-0 or something like to build on. It was a kind of a drab 1-0. And then the performances against Brazil and Morocco.
The Brazil one was disgraceful. I'm sorry. But that back line, who was it? Was it Mackenzie?
Okay,
Who was the
but
one that was
guy
left centre back next to
who
Robbo?
came in for his first game. Gifting the ball to Vinicius.
Yeah.
Of all players.
Of all people to give the ball to
And they caught life with that goal that got disallowed.
Yeah, definitely. And then obviously we've got the African contingent who have done well at the tournament.
Yeah, big them up, man. Because
9 out of 10.
Yeah.
the Italian chief was saying, it's unfair that the African nations have got so many teams qualifying
Of course, he did. Yes.
for the World Cup.
And
But as
Why
I
is
just
that
said,
unfair?
Pardon?
Why is that?
I don't know
Because
what
Italy
point
didn't
I'm trying to
qualify.
make. Yeah, basically.
I mean, aside from the obvious racism,
Yeah. And I can't remember what his logic was because do Africa
Yeah.
have more places than Europe?
No, Europe have got the most, like
Oh.
by far.
So
Like it's so easy
Why
to
is it
qualify from
unfair?
Europe these days.
he was probably basically saying the standard of football in Africa doesn't warrant them having so many places in the World Cup.
Yeah, pretty much.
But that's probably what he was trying to say without saying it because he didn't want to be accused of being racist.
Yeah, well,
But it still came across anyway.
Look at it now.
Well, they just all justified their place. So yeah, we're now into the group stage. We're now into the knockout stages. We've already had a couple of games. I mean, Brazil just got through by the skin of their teeth against Japan. My dark horse is out, fuming. But Brazil scraped it through, man. I don't know about you guys, but Brazil are playing like a real European team these days.
So this is what I was this literally I just perked up there because that leads into my point. I think and this is something that you've kind of touched on quite often in some of our discussions in terms of the level of ability coming up, right? And I don't necessarily think it's level of ability totally.
Is
I
it
just
Brazil
think
specifically?
no, just across the
Oh
board.
yeah.
Because if you go through some of the countries across the board, I think the ability in terms of fitness, the athleticism of a lot of these players is up here now.
Yeah.
And a lot of these European teams cannot cope with the pace and power. And I know we don't like being reduced to pace and power, but it's so obvious when you sit there and watch. Like Germany struggled against Ivory Coast, then they struggled against Ecuador.
Whoa, look about Schweinsteiger's comments about Ivory Coast. Where he said that their football is, what did he say? It's unorthodox and a bit raw or something like that.
Yeah. But I mean, even still, like you look at, like even Haiti, even Cape Verde, even Costa, a lot of these players are very fit, very athletic, right? And I know it's system ball, but a lot of it, you don't see
the disparities you used to see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because a lot of them just didn't have the resources or the understanding or know-how.
And a lot of them are playing in higher leagues now, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, I was about to say the same thing.
Exactly.
Like, I think it's only Egypt where the majority of their players played Egypt.
Yeah.
The rest of the players at the World Cup are playing in top leagues across the world, whether it be the Saudi, where they're going to have the top facilities, or across Europe, they're going to have the good facilities as well. So all these players that are from the smaller nations, so to speak, they're getting the benefits of the elite kind of sports performance, etc. In their day-to-day club. So the fitness levels are going to be, and I was going to use the Ecuador, Germany example. They just everyone says like the PMP, the pace and power, but like the fitness levels in terms of the running and doing it for 90 minutes.
Altitude, man. I mean, someone's going to fact check me in the comments, but I'm pretty sure Ecuador's one of the high altitude countries. And I know Casado plays in Europe, whatever. But it's true. No, I agree. And even if you look at the South Africa Canada game, right? South Africa, well, they're all over the pitch. They were running hard. The problem is when they got the ball in it.
Final third.
Yeah, because if you look at the individual players, they all had capability, they all had skill. They just couldn't play as a team. Canada, I'm sorry, there was the skill level in that team is not there. But as a unit, they worked hard, etc. But if it was just on individual capability, South Africa would have wiped them.
And what was surprising to me when watching that game, because it was quite dire, both teams in the final third were just devoid of quality. What was quite surprising to me is if you watch the South Africa versus Czech Republic game, although they started a little timid at first, they grew into the game and it was literally, they were just running rings around Czech Republic. Schick and who's the one that plays up front with Schick? Krejci or something like that. Terrible. I'm sorry. As a strike partnership, they are bad. But South Africa, you could see that South African flair, like the way they were controlling the ball. And that's something I noticed. Every single player, 1 through 11, are all very comfortable on the ball.
Yep.
And you can see it, right? So it's no longer, yes, the P&P is better, but there are very technical players within these teams, right? And just one player to highlight, Mbakazi.
Yeah, the 20-year-old. He's at Chicago Fire. Yeah, people are talking about him.
What a player.
But there was a guy that was on the ball a lot. What was his name? Something Promise. For South Africa. And he would... At first, I thought he was doing too much. But then actually, He was carrying the ball well, he was beating players, and then towards the end he started shooting, he started putting pressure, but it was too late. They were just too disorganized, and they gave the ball away a lot. Like they were doing unforced errors, like they were playing a tennis match. It was crazy. It was crazy.
The one thing I would love to see from some of these smaller nations, though, is just like the ability to just play without pressure.
Yeah.
Because I think a lot of them come and they're like, "Oh, we've got to play this team this way because we don't want to get beaten."
Yeah, and it's the World
but then
Cup, right?
eventually they get forced to just open up and be.
Imagine
who
you're
they
the
are.
coach thinking, guys, just play your game. But it's hard, the atmosphere. Some of these stadiums, they're some of the biggest stadiums some of these guys have ever played in.
Yeah.
And it could be because they don't play together often. So, like, to your point, we see domestically smaller teams, sometimes they just go to the bigger teams and, like you say, play football. And it becomes a good game. They put pressure on the opposition. I think where the national teams don't come together that often, it's hard to get that style across sometimes in terms of just go and play football. Just go man for man against them. Like, we don't have to retreat into the low block all the time.
And some of these lower ranked nations, when they get together to play friendlies, who are they playing? Countries like England and stuff, they'll ask anyone to play, they'll come and play. Who are you sharpening your skills against, right? True. So it's not an easy one. It's not an easy one. But now we're kind of out of the group stage. Who's your player of the group stage?
Oh, it has to be Messi.
Oh,
6 goals, 3 games.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
yeah.
Unbelievable. I know the Jordan keeper just rolled over and
Gifted him a goal.
let him have it, but you still got to do it, right? You still got to execute. But 39 years old.
Even the one where he scored, where he basically kicked that brother's knee out. But the slow motion of that goal is not nice, man. You could just see his knee shake. I said, above. He needs an MRI.
Yeah, Messi. I think Undav has done well. I think he's got 5 goal contributions in less than 90 minutes across the 3 games. And I know he only scored a hat-trick in the last group game, but I think Dembele's played well too. I think the 3 goals just kind of cemented.
I think
the way he
Olise,
played.
for me, has played very well.
Yeah, it's a good shout.
He's just he might not have put up crazy goal, but he's involved in everything. And to do that in a team that's got Mbappe and Dembele in it. So yeah, I think for me, I don't know, maybe because I expect it from Messi, I don't know, but I think for me, Olise thing. But just one last thing, yeah. You know, you said Messi, but lads, next time he's played, yeah, this guy has taken walking to the highest level.
Yeah, he's walking football.
I saw him lose the ball. The guy ran past him. He just said, that was it. I said, what?
Yeah, he don't chase nothing.
But then when he burst through one of his goals, he clean left the defender.
Yeah.
That's
match fixing. But
conserve your energy, innit?
Yeah, I guess so. And that's a team. When they say they play, it's almost like basketball. You know, in basketball they play for a specific player. I haven't seen it to this extent on 11-side pitch before. But yeah, I'll go Elise for me. Yeah, I think he's been playing the group stage so far, just quietly ticking away, pulling the strings, and that France team. For me, they're the favourites. Yeah, it's scary. And I don't even think they're playing that well yet. I think they're playing okay.
No one really has, to be honest.
Yeah.
No one's.
So, once they kick into gear, once the pressure comes, I think, like you said, it's scary. I mean, how many minutes has Turkey had? I don't think he's played that much.
Yeah,
I think less than 45, if we're being honest.
Have we seen Thuram? There's better players we ain't seen. It was Mateta's birthday yesterday. I saw some footage. I said, I forgot you were there.
Yeah, he came on in the last game. He got some sympathy minutes.
Yeah. What did he get, like 6 minutes or something?
No, I think he got a good 15 because the game was done, innit? So
yeah, fair.
They got a
fair.
run out.
Fair. And talking about Messi being player so far, is he going to win the Ballon d'Or if they win it?
No.
If they win the World Cup, I don't see how he can't. And he continues. Let's say he scores in every game.
I'm asking bigger questions if they win the World Cup.
I don't think he'll win it. I don't think he wins it.
If Argentina win the World Cup,
who do you think wins it?
I don't think he wins it. I think it'll go to another PSG player, probably Dembele, back in the conversation.
Well, World Cup, yeah. I understand what you're saying. Like, they won the Champions League, they clean up the league. Yeah. But World Cup, I think if we go back through history, it's generally a World Cup winner, in it.
Base it, but all right, but they tend to lean towards the better competitions, right? Overall, right? And I know the World Cup is the pinnacle, but remove that, he's in the MLS.
Is it the France Football Award as well? He's in the Ballon d'Or.
Yeah, French, yeah.
So,
But he did.
PSG player.
I think the cry,
He
the
might have a
outcry,
point, you know. I think he might have a point, yeah.
the outcry is obviously the amount of minutes Dembele's played. Right?
Yeah.
I think he played less than half a season.
I remember,
season,
yeah.
And,
Did he get player of the year?
Player of the year.
Liga?
Player of the year as well for less than half of the season played.
No.
So I think, I think maybe that might open the door for a conversation to allow Messi to walk in if Argentina win.
Yeah.
But I can't. Look, maybe Kvaratskhelia might come into the picture, and they might say, well, he's played more minutes, so there's the choice, you know. But I just, as much as I would love Messi to get it, I can't see it.
I think if they win if Argentina win the World Cup, I think Messi gets it. If they don't get to the final and France get to the final, whether they win it or not, then one of them three is getting it. Whether it's Elise, but then it's probably got to be Dembele. He's the Champions League winner there.
Yeah.
Basically got to be Dembele. So,
what if England win it? Big H.
yeah,
You think Bellingham over Harry?
not the season he's had. No.
Yeah, that's true.
Harry Kane straight 60. If they get to the final, he would have scored 1 or 2 more goals, maybe even 3. That would be 68 goals for the season.
70. He's on 70.
Yeah, he got the second most in a calendar year for a club or country behind Messi.
He's on 70 goals now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like England get to that final. I'd even consider not winning the final if they get there.
Yeah, that's a good shout.
Listen, imagine Harry Kane gets the Ballon d'Or. He'll be Sir Harry Kane by September the 1st.
Yeah. Hundo.
Easily.
New Year's honours.
Yeah, quickly.
Easy.
I think if England go, I think Harry Kane's going to chop
England only get to the final if Bellingham plays in the 8, though. This 10 nonsense.
It's not possible.
I don't want to see.
So then what happens to Declan?
What happens to Declan?
I think in the bigger games, he swaps Declan for Anderson.
So who's your holder?
Do you think Rice has got the discipline
I don't think.
Oh,
Rice,
yeah,
I
I
don't
think
think
for the 6?
I think he is.
You think so?
I don't know.
I think he is. But remember who shouts at him every day at work, you know? Man's got the discipline.
I think he can do the job.
If I
But
go
let's
into
say
a
you
big
come
game,
up against France
but yeah, I want Declan Rice. I want my experienced guy.
in the 6.
Bruv.
Sure, many's
So you go to a really big game like that, you'd pick Anderson over Rice. I'm not sure you do that.
Yeah,
I'd pick Anderson and Rice.
Nah.
Man said I'm putting a safety on. Nah. You're definitely losing.
I think you can play Declan, Bellingham, and Eze, maybe.
Nah. Listen,
After Rodgers' performance the other day,
Rodgers stank.
I don't think he
Rodgers stank.
Everyone
but Eze's
stank.
not,
But
Eze's not
when the
answer.
team picked up and they got better, Rodgers did get better. Yeah, give him a bit of slack.
Eze's not the answer in the
He's
middle
not,
of the
man.
park. I'm sorry. Since he's left Palace, I don't know what's happened, but he has not shown up in
Bro,
the
he's
middle
the
of the
same
park.
guy that they had at Palace.
No, but at Palace he was.
But what he did at Palace stood out more because there was no one else to do stuff. When he's gone to Arsenal, there's other people doing that stuff all the time.
I don't know what's happened, but he's not looked.
His
the part.
finishing is a joke. Don't get me wrong, it's top. He can bang out moments. But when you're competing at this level and you need to control the game, you need someone that's going to take 15 touches, 20 touches. Like, they're going to...
Who did we play?
Morgan Rodgers, man.
Who did we play before the last game?
Ghana.
Do you see what happened to him when he came on the pitch? He was getting bullied off the ball. Every time he touched the ball, bah.
You know what you could do?
Kane.
No, man. Harry, listen.
Put Harry in a
Stop
10
it.
and put Watkins up top.
Stop it. No, don't go past the top of the centre circle.
Remember, I heard it here first, yeah.
Bro, it's an ego. Harry, this Harry.
can't stand
I'm
it,
going to come
man.
to it because this Harry team's an ego team.
When you sent the message in the group chat.
No, it's a hero team. But you know what they could do? Let's play Saka in there.
But that means you've got to play
Saka's
Noni on the right.
Saka's
then.
looked off the boil, man. I don't know what's going on.
I'm not mad at the little
He's looked off the boil.
lineups we're putting out there, you know.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at it.
I think Rodgers needs to get another chance. I don't think he will, but I think he needs to get another chance.
But yeah, keep Bellingham in that 8.
Yeah,
box
yeah,
to
yeah.
box.
Bruv, he's like a new age lighter Paul Ince with a little bit more techers.
Yeah. What I know we're going to move on quickly, but just last question on this. What? It's kind of glaringly obvious now that England is crying out for a technician. do you think that
No.
I know that the question has occurred.
I know he's gonna ask.
I know the question has been brought up before, but do you think it's ever gonna happen? Like, are we ever gonna look into the academies and go, do you know what? Just looking for pace and power up until a certain age, we've now got to focus on technical ability
So two
and
things.
allow the little kids.
So to be fair to the system, I feel like there was a period where they did let them come through, like Phil Foden, Cole Palmer, Wanieri. There are the technicians there. I just think that this season, the two technicians, one of who or both of them, who should have got on the plane, they didn't play well, and unfortunately, you for them, people like Eze have gone to Arsenal and contributed to a Premier League winning season. You can't play that way, and a man who's gone to stepped up, done his thing, is not getting on a plane, and then people are trying to say, oh yeah, these are omissions from Tuchel. No, they should have made it that he couldn't not pick them.
Agreed.
100%.
Right? If you're Phil Foden and you're playing for a City side that's chasing for the title, you know, if you're contributing well enough, it's really, really, really hard for the guy not to pick you. It's really hard.
I remember we said,
did
when Cherky turned up, we were saying in the warm-up, Foden's doing a madness. But when it came to the pitch, he's kicking the ball up 40 yards in the air, controlling it. But he's not doing anything
not
on the
doing it
pitch.
where it
So,
matters.
And he signed a 2-year deal. Whatever happens in World Cup, I like what he's done because everyone knows now. I don't do the name brand thing. I just don't do it.
Yeah.
If you play well, you're coming. If you don't, you're not coming.
I think having someone like Cherky come into your team, you should be looking at yourself and the FA setup should be looking at the two of them and going, we need someone that can do that.
And the thing is, you can't make turkeys, innit? But to your point, when they come through, don't stifle them. Don't hide them. Don't sieve them out. But England has more than enough, in my opinion. But he's just got to figure out what makes them a team. And some of that is selection. Some of that is tactics. But some of that is, yo, Harry, please, bro. Or if he's going to do that, at some point you say, right, we're going to change it up. We're going to go a bit old school. Ivan.
Yeah.
And he's not doing either. So, yeah. And bro, people have figured it out. Like, it's not hard. The last game, every time he comes deep, he picks up the ball. It's not even double team. It's triple team.
Brother, I saw Nico O'Reilly make a tackle on our byline, and who was cleaning up?
Harry Kane. So, you know, people are figuring it out. So look, let's see. As you say, no one's played really well. But if everyone else kicks into gear or higher gear they're in now, and they're still figuring that stuff out, they're going to get smoked. Like the way they're playing now, I don't see England beating France. I don't see England beating Argentina. I'm not even sure. I think they'll beat most of the other teams from what we've seen. Are those guys? I'm not sure if they beat them. I'm not sure they beat Spain right now. But yeah. But back to the domestic game for the people that aren't in America. Boy, Manchester City have appointed Maresca as their new manager. The worst kept secret in the entire world of football. But it wasn't that simple, right? And I think for the whole day, everyone's been trying to pick out what's been going on. But long story short, Manchester City announced Maresca. Chelsea released a statement to basically say, you see, our whole season fell apart because he chose to leave because he wanted to go to City. But they're both paying us money, which means that we were right. And now we got a new manager. So, guys, it wasn't our fault. That's basically what I read from that statement. Mm-hmm. Right? Which I think is interesting because he had a clause in his contract that says if a club comes and talk to you, tell us. They tried to talk to him 3 times. So we told them.
And they allowed him to go and talk.
But that seems to be a problem. So do you think that in his talks with City, they said, listen, it will be easier if you quit now, rather than you doing your thing at Chelsea, doing well, and then come June, July, we've got to slap 40 million quid to get you out. Because whatever compensation they've paid now is way less than what they would have to pay today if you'd stayed the whole season and they qualify for the Champions League and right?
I think. Look, I don't think they had to say much. They come and said, look, we want you to take over Pep, and that was it. When do I sign?
Yeah.
And then obviously the elephant in the room, your employment with Chelsea.
Yeah.
And I think
So
at
what
that
you think the
point,
other meetings were about? How'd you get at Chelsea? Basically. Basically.
how are we going to do this? So let's brainstorm. How are we going to do this? Yeah, because from what I understand and from what I've heard and read, is after the meeting or meetings, he became a different person, essentially trying to get the sack. You know, when you've clocked out with your missus and now you don't want to be the bad guy and dump her, so you
get
do
there.
everything you can to
Now
make
you're
her
arguing
dump
about
you.
stuff. You didn't close the door properly.
Like, you know, like that. So I think it turned into one of those things where, and then Chelsea realised and we're like, oh, actually, we're not giving you.
Yeah, we're not firing you.
So you hold your seat, or and then
And
eventually,
imagine if you got fired, he would have got paid. Yeah, no.
exactly. So eventually, he had to quit.
Yeah, fair.
I think it was around
He left on New Year's Day or
New
something.
Year's Day. Yeah, New
Yeah.
Year's. Which obviously left the compensation thing. He was never going to do that. Let's be honest. Are you going to reach into your pocket and pay millions? No. So I think
so
obviously
City-
that's what delayed the.
Yeah, fair.
It was obviously like trying to get City to agree.
And they say
to pay.
Maresca's paid. Let's be honest. City have paid for all of it.
Exactly.
Yeah,
They'll
exactly.
reimburse him or somehow.
Exactly.
I read an article today that kind of put it pretty well. They said, look, we know he's part of Pep's team, but he wasn't at Chelsea long enough for us to see if he's the man. But he has shown flashes of tactically that he's got it tactically, the Club World Cup final, the way he's set up, all of that stuff. So he's going to be really, I mean, that's big shoes to fill, man. He's the most successful, isn't he the most successful Prem manager of he's not the most successful Prem manager of all time in terms of volume.
But
I'd
I think over
argue
a sustained period.
Yeah, and I would argue some of the records he broke and all that kind of stuff. He may not have 13 Premier Leagues or whatever Selleck's had, but
Fergie didn't do what he did.
man,
Yeah, but he'll get it won't be a free hit season, but he'll get grace. I don't think.
no, you're right.
I don't think so. I think
Yeah.
us paying your compensation removes that grace period.
No, I
I'm
don't think so.
expecting you to deliver.
Like Man City are not. They're not a Chelsea in it. They're not a club that are run based on you've got to do this X Y Z. Because remember Pep's first season, he finished fourth and
Yeah, but he's
done up.
But
I
this
know,
is-
but
this is
no, but this is my point. Like they're not. What's the word I'm looking for?
They're not reactive.
Yeah, they're not reactive. I think he will get
No, of course.
time to show that he can put a style of football in place, finish maybe top 3, do well in the Champions League, and I think that'll be all right for next season.
Yeah, of course.
And then
No,
on top of that,
I agree. That's a given.
yeah. So when I say it's not like he doesn't have to go out and win the league and
No,
Champions
no,
League, etc.
No. I'm not expecting him to come and do an invincible season or be a title challenging team straight away.
Yeah.
As in like doing what Arsenal done and stay in the course. I'm thinking they're expecting, look, like show signs that you're on an upward trajectory.
Yeah. And you could even do something close to what he was doing. Be
Yeah.
competitive in
But-
all competitions. Yeah.
And we're cool with that. But if you come in and we're
Yeah, you're not coming to do a slot.
no, right.
So if he has Pep season last season, is that good enough? So 2 cups, finish second.
I think that's
What?
above.
Bro,
I
he'd
think
be
that's
getting
above
us for
expectations.
Perez.
Yeah.
He'd be like, run that.
cool.
Yeah. That's
the only-
above
the-
expectations.
So what I would say is that I until you said what your free hit season was, I was thinking, because yeah, to be fair, they just seem relatively calm. Like even the chairman said, there's so many times Pep's come to say I want to quit, and he's like, yeah, whatever, cool. But a couple of things. One, I don't know what the new director of football is saying. We saw how the old director of football said, and I'm never saying his name because I can't say it properly. Yeah. Then he left. New director of football, cool. Had a year or so with Pep, fine. But then also the players. Maresca, cool and all of that, but these guys, they've done stuff, right? And you might have been part of the coaching stuff where they did stuff with you, but these guys have done stuff, man. They've done big stuff, So the only reason I would see them not being so patient is if the player power came into it. And I know it's not quite Real Madrid, and I know some of the big guys have left, Bruno, etc., etc. My only thing is if there was any player stuff, Haaland, this and that. But apart from that, I think he'll be fine. I think he'll be.
I think it's a bit like Chelsea where there's not those kind of players in the squad to like proper kick up a fuss. I think if
they were at Chelsea. Look at what Cucurella and Enzo Fernandez did.
No, they're saying that's in City.
No,
those guys are at City.
No, but I'm saying like, look. So previously on the pod, I mentioned like the players that could potentially kick up a fuss at Chelsea would only really be Reece James. There's no other player there who's got the weight to be like go to the chairman and be like, "Oh, what's going on?"
No, but in other ways, look at what Fernandes did in the paper. Look what Cucurella did.
Yeah, but I don't think that's the same as like
Haaland.
going direct to the chairman and saying, "I've got to go up against the manager." I think Haaland could, and that's more because of his pops rather than him. To be honest, I think Haaland's pretty chill about stuff in general. But I don't think there's anyone else in that Man City squad who would go above the manager
Rodri.
to.
I was about to say.
Rodri.
I'm about to say.
I think
Haaland and Rodri.
I think Rodri's at the end of his.
They're the only two.
Oh, but I think Rodri's at the end of his kind of Man City career. He'll be like, I've got a Ballon d'Or. I don't think he'll be like.
Depends who comes knocking.
Yeah.
Look, we'll see. I think Maresca's more likely to be a success than not. But we've seen this many times, man. We've seen this many times. But they're shopping, right? He's gonna have Anderson.
Yeah, medical
apparently.
Gusto.
They want Gusto. I don't know why, but anyway, who else are they buying?
Not rumoured anyone else that I can think of.
But I think they're gonna. I mean, Anderson's a good signing.
It's a decent squad that he's taken.
Yeah.
Over. Okay, he's lost a few key players, but
I think they're gonna keep
there's
going.
still a decent core of players left behind. And no doubt they will go out into the market and maybe buy one or two. They probably will let one or two go as well. Savinho, maybe Marmouche. Like
it's all wages coming off the wage bills.
Exactly.
It's gone off the wage bills. So
yeah.
fair enough. More transfer talk. Bruno G to Arsenal. No thanks. But what do you guys think?
Needed.
I don't know, man.
Needed.
For the money.
You don't have that grit in the middle of the field. You don't have it.
Again, for a team that's just won the Premier League, is he a level raiser?
Yes.
I don't think he's a level
Yes.
raiser. I think he just goes in and does what they've got.
so-
But it doesn't
But
need
you
to be a
don't-
level
you
raiser.
don't-
To Isaac's point,
exactly,
he
you
can
don't-
just give you something different.
Exactly.
I'm just not a fan of his, but I understand
Exactly.
that actually, he might not take you up a level, but Ateta might
There's
say,
a
right, I've got
piece
these
that you
two
don't
pieces, I
have.
need another piece.
Exactly.
I just don't rate him as much as everyone does. I
I don't know,
For the
man.
money as well, it's going to be 80 million, 70, 80 million.
It's like
That's
having Declan Rice
Yeah.
and then realising, no, I need Zubimendi, and bringing him in and then pushing Declan Rice further up the park. And then realising, well, actually, I need a scorer, so I bring in Gyökeres, all right? But then realising, actually, Martinelli and Trossard do this. I also now need Eze. Well, actually, he might not be useful on the left. I'm going to bring him here. Like, it's understanding that the picture changes as the season goes on, and then you need a new piece to the puzzle, right?
And I think we're getting to the point-
Bruno is a different piece to the puzzle. That's it. He's not
And
a
the amount
level
of games
raiser.
we're going to be playing, I don't think he wants another season where Zubimendi plays so many minutes, where Declan Rice plays so many minutes.
How many
Obviously,
yellow
the
cards
players-
did he pick up?
Yeah.
But I think 80 million for a body when
Is that a lot in today's market?
the glaring obvious position Arsenal need is left wing. Why can't I'd rather spend that 80 million out on the wide left, and I think that will compensate for what you have in the middle
Because
because
you're gonna do both.
you're getting more of an output.
Yeah, I think we're going to do both. I think it depends how much Bruno G costs. Again, there's so many different arguments to it. He's playing okay for Brazil. Yeah. He's already in the Prem, so there's no acclimatation, blah, blah, blah. But sometimes just like, guys, go and get whoever today's Bruno G is at Lyon or whatever. Go and get that guy. Go get that guy.
Do you know what it is? Everton about to sign Hayden Hackney.
Yeah, baller.
And when I saw that, I think it's like 15 mil with some add-ons or something like that. It's a relatively cheap deal.
No, I think 40, 30, 40.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And
could
this
be wrong.
is
Hayden Hackney.
so he's a Middlesbrough player
Yeah, he's
from the
baller.
Championship.
Yeah.
Baller.
This is the kind of signings that the top teams are not doing
Yes.
early enough.
Yeah,
Yes.
but bro,
But
you're
No, for
fighting
real.
for the Prem.
For real.
I hear what you're saying. I understand what you're saying.
If you're
But
saying to me, buy
you've
him and loan him to Everton, cool.
Nah, man.
But this
So
is
you're
the
saying Arsenal, Liverpool should be looking to buy him and stick him in the team now?
Yes.
these are the Elises.
Yes.
These are the
No,
the
that's not Elise.
Whartons.
That's not Elise. That's not a Wharton. So you think that instead of going
Bruv,
to Palace,
what-
one of
what-
our teams should have bought Wharton and dashed him straight in?
Why not?
That's you're smiling.
No,
No,
but
you know
this,
why?
no,
No,
but this
no,
is my
that's
point.
why.
No, this is my point. I understand your trepidation, yeah, but this is what the bigger teams have to do to start saving
Bro,
themselves
I'm not
money.
even saying we shouldn't buy him, but I know what you meant. I'm saying we should buy those kind of players, send them on loan, nurture them, and then bring them back. You're thinking about him playing September the 5th or something.
Yeah, why not?
Well, if he was that good, they would. But what I meant was someone who's already playing first team every week, is playing in a league that maybe is not as great as ours, sprinkled with some Champions League. That's what's going to happen. What is his name? The guy that's going to go to PSG now. Yeah. I was like, yeah, buy him. Buy someone like that. Don't wait for him to go to Liverpool and then you need to spend 130 million to get him out of there or go to somewhere else.
Yeah. I mean,
that's that. You see what I mean?
I was.
You telling me there's not someone that can do Bruno's job in Italy or France or somewhere that isn't 40 million quid?
I do believe in giving people chances to prove themselves, but to a degree, you also have to remember that jump from the Championship to the top of the Prem it's a grand chasm. It's a Grand Canyon.
Look at Rodgers. He had to do a couple of.
And it's true.
And then he landed at Villa. And okay, all right.
No, but he went Borough Villa. He done the thing. He done what we're talking about.
Yeah. But not every player is Jude Bellingham. Right? Those are
He's
outliers,
an alien.
right? But the way people are going on about Hayden Hackney, he's
like, is that level?
He could potentially.
Who's buying him? Everton?
Yeah. Championship player of the season.
Yeah, but
as well.
Again, someone like Hayden Hackney, if he costs you 80 million in 2 years, you won't mind. You won't mind. If he's that special, you won't mind. What I'm saying is, Bruno's been there 5 years. And it's now like, oh yeah, he's good. But allow it, man. Go and get someone that's actually. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's my only thing with the Bruno team.
I do agree, because then you get stuck paying exorbitant fees, ginormous wages. The player's body starts breaking down.
Bruv, and I know it sounds reductive, but if he was that guy, he wouldn't be. He's not now that a Premier League or someone like that's coming for him. What about all these years? Why is he not?
I think to that point, I think obviously Newcastle were trying to build. They had their projects, right? They were trying to build their project.
And someone's just come over and knocked over the whole agenda right now. Because I was gonna say to you, Bruno leaves to Arsenal.
They've not been able to do that because they're not winning anything. I think the only thing they won was the League Cup when they beat us. Yeah. And then outside of that, they're not generating enough revenue. So therefore, they can't spend the money that they have sitting in the bank. But so eventually they've realised, well, we've got to let them go.
Yeah. And the other side to this, obviously, Gordon's gone. Barcelona, I don't know what you're doing. Tonali might be going. And everyone's talking about Tottenham. Apparently, City are knocking on the door as well. Yeah. If Bruno goes, what's going on? There's only so much running Joelinton can do. That's super dangerous for them. I'm hoping that it brings them to a point of PSR where they can reinvest some of this money. I'm hoping, but their talent ID is not fantastic.
Yeah, we said
I think eventually they're just going to say, Eddie, thanks, but no thanks. We need a manager that's going to have pull and also can take us to the next level. We've shipped out all this talent. We've got money that we can now spend. We don't want to spend it on players that aren't going to shift the needle. Right?
Yeah.
So,
agreed. We talked about Costa going to see. Oh yeah, Xabi Alonso wants to reunite with Granit Xhaka. You gotta love this game, man. 33 years old and you're getting one last throw. It's like Giroud. Where was Giroud? Went to Chelsea. He's 33.
Huh? Is he in 35?
Oh, even older.
Yeah, he's in his 30s. So yeah.
Bro, and you're gonna get a rollout at Chelsea. It's smart though. 1 game a week. He's done it before. They've obviously in the Prem. He's done it with Alonso before. If you can get him for 10, 11 million, man. Well, I think that's a decent signing for Chelsea.
I don't think they can sign him for less than what Sunderland paid for.
What did Sunderland pay for him?
12 mil.
Yes, they can. He's 2 years older.
Sunderland won.
No, but based on the impact he had on them, I'm saying if you want him and you're Chelsea, you just copped 17 plus for Maresca. Yeah, I want 15 minimum with an add-on.
I think Sunderland was saying 30 before we even consider.
Yeah,
30.
30 is nonsense.
Before we even
I understand.
Negotiating tactics.
I think you got to say 15, 16 with a few clauses that could bump it up.
The stipulate, we know what he means to you, the manager.
Yeah.
Which obviously indirectly then what he means to Chelsea.
Yeah.
So cough it up because this is what he means to us.
Xhaka Saxman's the kind of guy who'll go knock on a chairman's door, bro.
Oh yeah, yeah. And I think it might be more of a dressing room signing rather than a on the pitch because
both.
Yeah,
both.
because we know what he can do on the pitch, but obviously been with Alonso beforehand, and we've said the lack of experience in that squad is just glaring.
And look what happened at Real Madrid.
Yeah.
Who did he have in that dressing room that was in his corner? No one.
No one.
And he
And
succumbed to
Dictator
player
Mbappe
power,
was on the
right?
other side.
Yeah.
So, to your point, having number one, experience. Number two, having someone in the dressing room that you can trust and that's in your corner. And then number three, like having someone on the pitch who can relay your ideas. We went unbeaten, so you know my game. You're doing your badges. You're trying to become a coach
You
eventually.
know the Prem.
You know the Prem.
No,
It's
that's
a
good signing.
win-win for Xabi Alonso.
Yeah. And it's mad though because he's given up, or he could give up Europa League football just to get some more coin at
like-
Chelsea.
Oh, yeah.
Crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, but he'll get a 2-year deal. Maybe squeeze a 3-year. I'll play Champions League there after. It's calm.
Yeah.
You think Chelsea getting Champions League next year?
It's not impossible. Bruv, if you look at his team on player, on paper, and he gets, even if he just gets 15% more out of them than what Rossinho got out of them the last half of the season, it's Champions League.
And it's top 5 again.
Yeah,
probably.
exactly.
And I'm not saying the Bundesliga or Bayern are Chelsea or the Prem, but he's got very similar profiles in this
fair.
Chelsea team to what he had in that Bayer Leverkusen team.
And I think he's got better centre backs. He hasn't got Doofus and Doofus squared.
Yeah.
So yeah. All right, cool. The knockout stages are progressing.
Germany are playing now.
Germany are playing
No.
Paraguay now. France, Sweden, Netherlands, Morocco.
You know what? I'm so upset that game's at 2 o'clock because I think that game's going to be good, you know.
What, Netherlands, Morocco?
Yeah, I think it's going to be a good
It's
game.
Not, it's not, bruv. It's not. Portugal, Croatia. I'm watching that game. Cristiano, what? I'm watching that game.
Bruv.
Spain, Austria, US, Bosnia, Herzegovina, Belgium, Senegal. Listen, I'm tuned. I'm locked in for that one.
Yeah. That's going to be...
I'm locked in for that one. Ivory Coast, Norway. Sorry, lads. Ivory Coast, sorry, bro.
You think Norway are going to deal with them?
I think
I
Haaland
think that's
is
going
going
to be a
to.
very tough game, you know.
I think it's going to be hilarious, Haaland with them centre backs. I think it's going to be hilarious, and I think they're going to overrun Norway in the midfield.
But Diamande.
Yeah, no, fair. But I
Yeah,
think the
Monday.
midfield's where they're going to lose it. I just, you know how I feel about Odegaard anyway. England versus Congo.
Unconvincing win.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be nuts for 60 minutes. And then Harry or Jude's going to turn up and do something silly.
Congo's problem is their lack of quality in the final third.
Yeah,
If you
it's just,
watch
like if Wissa don't turn up, yeah.
If you've watched all the games, which I've watched most, I think bar one, they get to the final third, and I think it's Kayembe or Muntasari. They just shoot
Yeah.
on sight. They don't. It's like
Sounds like how I play
like the
FIFA.
deer in the headlights. Just like, bow, and
Sounds
it's
like-
just
Sounds like how I play FIFA, man.
it's just a bit of quality. Just composure.
Just relax.
Just relax.
That's all.
You get more opportunities.
Argentina, Cape Verde.
The run's over.
It would be a big upset. Australia, Egypt. I'm expecting Egypt to do that. Switzerland or Algeria. Boring.
I think Algeria will do it.
Colombia, Ghana.
Yeah,
I think that's
going
to be all right.
Yeah, that'll be a good game.
That's going to be an interesting game. I think that's going to be an interesting game. Colombia
can't
getting
call
through.
it.
That'll be an interesting game.
Yeah, I can't call it. You know.
Yeah.
can't call
Semenya hasn't. Anyway.
No, it's crazy. This World Cup's going really quickly. Like last 32 already.
No, it's not going quickly,
It's
bro.
not
I think it is, you know.
It's been 2.5 weeks, mate.
Yeah, it's not.
It's been 2.5
I
weeks.
think it's going really
About
quickly.
10 games a day.
There's been like 50
I'm
odd
waking up.
games.
I'm waking up and seeing 5 results. No, I don't think it's going to
Or
quickly,
waking
bro.
up and just catching the last 20 minutes of a game.
Because World Cup's normally 4 weeks, no?
Yeah.
Yeah, so by this time, would have already done this knockout stages.
Yeah.
So it's crazy. It's just mental. And I guess this is the norm, right? This is going to be the norm. Where's the next World Cup again? Saudi?
No, the Spain, Portugal, Morocco one. And the legacy,
Oh, yeah.
Spain,
fair.
Portugal, and Morocco.
plus the legacy games
You know where we're going, lads?
in South America.
Because I know, remember we was the aim was to be at this one, right? But yeah,
Morocco, see me.
politicos.
Indeed. All right. Well, we'll be back well, I don't know when we'll be back. I was gonna say next week, but we might have to come back sooner than that because these matches are popping off.
A lot of games.
So yeah, we'll see you soon. Let us know your thoughts on the matches and who should play in the 10 for England. Peace.
Peace.
Peace.